Dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to talk about virtual kidnapping, examples of the nefarious tech usage. Dear friend, first of all, let me highlight financial fraud using deep fake voice technology or tricking employees into transferring funds. Dear friends, as we have witnessed in our country and across the globe, this particular phenomena of fraud, the software or the botnets that are actually created by the fraudsters, by the scammers to just trick the people, and the prime purpose of these botnets and softwares are to obtain money, and therefore they are illegal, and therefore they are known as financial fraud. And many of the people have been victimized of these things, and therefore these are very dangerous things. Let me tell you about the botnets. Actually, these are the softwares that infect the networks of devices to launch you know cyber attacks. Dear friends, actually these days what happened, you must have heard about the countries like Lebanon and the other countries. They were certainly being attacked by some of the countries like Syria. So this is being adopted not only for the financial fraud but also for you know the cyber attacks on the countries, on the enemy countries. Dear friends, third one is identity theft. Why these actually botnets are used, these softwares are used. The third thing is identity theft, and that is creating AI generated fake personas for illicit actions, activities. And let me tell you, these activities and particularly personas, it is manufactured, and these are insincere or deceptive identity adopted to hide one's true self, often to gain social approval, that manipulate others or avoid vulnerability. Such individuals often display inconsistent behaviors and offer fake compliments and change opinions to match their surroundings. And in these situations, people are actually some of the fraudsters. The fraudsters' intention is to create a fake ID, a fake, that is also known as impersonation. What is that impersonation? These fraudsters actually, under the pretense of the officials, like CBI officials or ED officials or other officials, bank officials. So they are actually, these officials don't tend to talk you, they don't tend to actually send you link on WhatsApp or by any videos to get the information or identity or the code or the password. These are not actually forwarded by the officials belonging to the government officials or CBI, police, or any bank officials. So under these situations, they make an impression to trap the person so that they can extract money from the person. In many situations, these have taken place. Dear friends, when the technology have been advanced, when the AI is being used rampantly, so there is a great risk of manipulation, and these kind of practices, these malicious softwares are used to victimize the people, and therefore irrespective of the people's economic status, whether they are rich or educated or poor, you'll discover that in all spectrum of life, people have been victimized. Dear friends, bots are an automated software application. These are programmed to perform specific repetitive tasks over network. They operate without human intervention and often complete tasks much faster than people, ranging from useful functions like indexing search engines, malicious activities like spamming, or you know other activities, hacking. So dear friends, one has to be quite vigilant so that the intentions of the fraudsters and scammers could not be performed. If citizens are aware of these things and manipulations and the malicious intentions of the fraudsters, they would avoid or will avoid clicking the links. And as soon as you click the link, you are forced to do something which you intentionally don't want to do. So manipulation is certainly a great problem that creates an impression in the mind of the victims, irrespective of whether they are rich, poor, or any background or of any background. And let me tell you the key aspects of bots and automation. So I have already told that the workflows, end-to-end workflows, right from the onboarding the employees to the you know employees when they are removed from the companies, laying off the employees, that is known. So let me tell you, actually these fraudsters, they run the on their own according to the programmed instructions. They execute these automation. What is automation? Means it replaces the human beings and it makes work more efficient, more transparent, and more easier within short span of time. Therefore, friends, human without human intervention, as you must have heard about the cars that are actually self-driven cars, and robotic surgeries and other things. So today these are the things one has to be very, very careful to understand that these fraudsters are with the intention of tricking the people, trapping the people so that they can extract money through these bot nets and bots and softwares. So they constantly send the link, and if you are trapped through these links, so it would become very, very impossible to come out of these. And as we have heard that most of the people have been victimized because just not they were uneducated, but also they were actually under the impression, and all of a sudden when something happens and being intimated or informed through the links, a person is panicked. So panic is is to be avoided, so that there should not be any kind of activities that are intended to create undesirable outcomes. And most, the dominant factor is the financial fraud, and then the digital, through the digital arrest. So these are the things which I wanted to discuss with you, and the rest of the things we'll discuss in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.